Days of Our Lives spoilers December 11th. When research ignites desire, Brady and Sarah cross a point of no return. Salem, December 11th. In the world of Days of Our Lives, love is rarely a gentle simmer. It's a rolling boil, a sudden inferno, a chemical reaction that explodes with devastating precision. This week, the show delivers a masterclass in that very principle, as two of Salem's most emotionally complex souls find themselves in a crucible of their own making. Spoilers for December 11th promise that for Brady Black and Sarah Horton, a professional collaboration will detonate into something profoundly personal, irrevocably altering their trajectories and sending shockwaves through an already fragile community. The setup is deceptively simple. Sarah, ever the brilliant and dedicated doctor, is deep in research for the newly revived Horton Town Square Free Clinic. Her goal is noble: to secure funding and develop innovative treatments. Brady, CEO of Titan Industries and a man forever wrestling with the dual legacies of his name, the ruthless business acumen of his grandfather, Victor, and the colossal heart of his parents, has resources to offer. It begins, as these things in Salem often do, with a business meeting at the Brady pub. Coffee over spreadsheets, talk of endowments and pharmaceutical partnerships. But here's where the alchemy begins. Both Brady, Eric Martsolf, and Sarah, Lindsay Godfrey, are individuals defined by seismic, emotional journeys. Sarah has walked through fire, the loss of her child, the manipulation of the nefarious Sander Cook, which morphed into a genuine, turbulent love, her own psychological unraveling at the hands of Orpheus, and a recent, painful split. She is a woman rediscovering her strength, her intellect, herself, outside of any relationship. Brady, meanwhile, is the perennial warrior. He's battled addiction, mourned the love of his life, Kristen, in her many forms, clashed with his father, and carried the weight of Titan. His heart is a battlefield, scarred but persistently hopeful, always seeking a love that is stable and true, a quest that has left him perpetually bruised. So, when these two wounded, fiercely intelligent people are sequestered in the quiet, book-lined confines of the Horton House study, poring over data late into the night, the rest of Salem fading into a hushed winter backdrop, the professional facade doesn't just crack, it vaporizes. It's not about a sudden, lustful glance, an on-set source reveals. It's about the intimacy of shared intellect. Sarah explains a complex medical protocol, and Brady gets it. He asks a sharp, insightful question. She lights up, not just as a doctor to a donor, but as a woman being seen. He watches her speak with such passion about helping people, and he's reminded of the core of goodness he strives to protect in himself. In that quiet room, they aren't exes of rivals or children of legacies. They're just two people connecting on a level that bypasses all of Salem's noise. Spoilers indicate the conversation shifts from grant proposals to personal philosophies. They share a bottle of Victor's old brandy, found tucked away on a shelf. They talk about failure, about redemption, about the exhausting work of rebuilding a life. Brady confesses the pressure of filling Victor's shoes while trying to be a better man. Sarah speaks of the catharsis of healing others while still stitching up her own soul. The vulnerability is raw, palpable, and utterly mutual. And then, the moment. A shared laugh over a ridiculous Salem memory. A lingering touch as they reach for the same report. The charged silence that falls, heavier than any document. The air itself seems to crackle. What happens next is described not as a slow burn, but as a flashover, the moment when a room's temperature reaches a point that every object simultaneously ignites. Brady and Sarah don't just kiss, teases our insider. They collapse into each other. It's a release of years of pent-up emotion, loneliness, and understanding. It's passion born from empathy, desire fueled by profound recognition. This isn't a scheming plot or a revenge move. It's two people, in a rare moment of honest peace, choosing to feel something real and hot and alive. The ramifications are immediate and vast. For Sarah, this complicates her already fraught dynamic with Sander. who has been on a relentless campaign to win her back, showing a softer side that continually tugs at her heart. Choosing Brady, even for one night, could slam the door on that chapter or ignite Sanders' famously dangerous temper. For Brady, this throws a grenade into his on-again, off-again, forever toxic entanglement with Kristen Mera. Just as Kristen often lurks in the shadows, waiting to reclaim him, Brady's heart may finally be moving toward a healthier, if more complicated, light. But the greatest casualty may be the delicate web of trust within the Horton and Brady families. Maggie Horton, Sarah's beloved aunt and Brady's stepmother, has been a pillar of support for both. A romantic union between them could create an uncomfortable dynamic. Furthermore, with Teresa Donovan scheming to secure Brady's fortune and heart for herself and their son, Tate, Sarah instantly becomes a formidable and unexpected obstacle, guaranteeing a new wave of vindictive schemes. Perhaps most intriguingly, this pairing poses a philosophical question for the show. Can two people who have been so thoroughly broken by Salem's chaos actually be each other's sanctuary? Or are they simply two wounded creatures seeking temporary shelter in a storm, destined to hurt each other when their individual traumas resurface? Lindsay Godfrey brings a luminous strength to Sarah, a quality that Brady has always been drawn to but rarely found in a stable partner. Eric Martsolf infuses Brady with a rugged vulnerability that allows him to be both Titan's CEO and a man yearning for simplicity. Their chemistry, long simmering in the background of family gatherings and crises, is finally given center stage, and it promises to be less of a sweet romance and more of a compelling, adult entanglement. December 11th on Days of Our Lives is more than just a steamy spoiler. It's a pivot point. Brady Black and Sarah Horton, by choosing heat in the quiet hours, are choosing chaos. They are choosing potential heartbreak. But they are also, for the first time in a long time, choosing a connection that isn't rooted in manipulation, obsession, or legacy, but in a startling, genuine encounter of two equals.